Hello and welcome to the France 24 interview. Our guest today is Ziad Takieddine, who's a Franco-Lebanese businessman. He defines himself as a man of the shadows, but he's now a well-known figure in France. One of the reasons is, of course, that he has been indicted for his financial deals around arms sales between France and Pakistan and France and Saudi Arabia. And moreover, there are suspicions that the money was used for political reasons in 1995 for the campaign of then candidate Edouard Balladur. And there are some possible linkages between the arms deals and a bombing that killed 11 French engineers in 2002 in Pakistan. Mr. Takieddine is now responding in a book that just came out in France, which the title could translate as The Bothering Friend. One of the reasons that's been mentioned for your role is your go-between role also between France and Libya, and there are fresh accusations that Muammar Gaddafi, the now deceased leader of Libya, financed the 2007 campaign of Nicolas Sarkozy, and that you were in the middle of those deals. What's your answer?
My answer is what else? What else can all of these people say about lies? It is lies. First of all, nothing was happening between Libya and France since the start of the relationship till its end, without knowing exactly, without my perfect knowledge. Okay? Nothing was done. Directly or indirectly, I would have known. And I can tell you one thing, to evacuate the subject in a second. Nothing of this happened. Nothing of this happened. There was not one bit of any finance from Libya to France or from Gaddafi to Sarkozy. Nothing.
You were involved in one of the spectacular events of the Sarkozy mandate early on when some Bulgarian nurses were freed by Gaddafi. At the time, you were a central player in this. Wasn't there any kind of, give and take on this? Or
nothing. It was a plan that was really worked out by me and the leader there to be able to take out of jail nine nurses, I believe 7, 8, 9 nurses, and a doctor from the jails. And we worked hard on it. I worked hard on it. And we got them out based on a deal, on an accord, where the Bulgarian, because they were Bulgarian, that they will be judged in their own country.
Which didn't happen, by the way.
Of course. It didn't happen from the minute they left Libya. All this accord was thrown in the air. Now, this accord involved some payments from Europe for things that they had been agreed upon before, for 15 million, I believe. And then suddenly, in the end, there was a demand that France guarantees the payment of 135 million, representing 1 million per child dead. That was the fund that Gaddafi had created for the families of these children. And therefore, this was at the last minute, and France didn't want, because it wasn't in the agreement, it couldn't guarantee anything, because just if the payments didn't happen, they would be subject to be paid by France. So we worked on a way of having this money guaranteed by Qatar instead of France, which Qatar approved. But instead of guaranteeing 135, Qatar finally paid 300 to the greedy Libyans. But France didn't pay anything. That's all I can say.
Okay, I want to get to the main reason why you have become a well-known figure in France. The accusation that you were involved in this deal to sell submarines to Pakistan, and that because commissions, kickbacks, some people say, linked to this deal were stopped, the Pakistani took a revenge by bombing a bus of French engineers in 2002.
All right. I tell you one thing. I am in total disarray for the families having been drawn into the justice to do what the state wouldn't have done to them, didn't do to them. Just a management of their sorrow for what had happened, where the responsibility of the state is total. Total. So they were led
for failing to protect them.
Failing to protect them, sending them there, not. You send a soldier. A country sends a soldier in a mission. Yes, it briefs him. His commander briefs him. This is it. This is how they will be armed. This is how you could kill them.
But it's not war. I mean, it was Pakistan. It was not Afghanistan.
Pakistan was exactly in the same state of war with France like Pakistan. Bin Laden was already there in 2002. Okay? Bin Laden was already there. The terrorists were already there. It was a country run almost by Taliban. I tell you one thing. The French should not hide history. These are facts. The country were Islamically bad against all, feeling bad against all the West, including France, which had already sent soldiers to the battlefield in Afghanistan. Now, all of this has to be related. There is an antipathy for France, like antipathy for for America in Pakistan. However, your citizens, they should not go there.
I understand.
Okay? And if they go there, you should protect them. And if you can't protect them, don't let them go there. Or explain to them and let them take the risk. You have done nothing of that.
Okay.
You are responsible. The state is responsible. Now, you take them to justice. And it takes time. It takes time. 5 years here, 5 years there, etc. What it takes is recognition for the children, for the wives, for the mothers, for the fathers of these dead victims I call martyrs.
I want to get to the crux of your book. It's about another contract where you were involved with Saudi Arabia, a major arms contract, and where you say the kickbacks or so were stopped by President Jacques Chirac when he was elected in 1995. But you say they were not stopped, actually, that he made them go to France and eventually benefit him. It's a really very, very big accusation against the former French president.
Can I concentrate on this issue one bit and tell you that any contract from state to state with any country and by any country is a contract that includes, and according to OECD, contains what you call exceptional commercial fees,
right,
that you call kickbacks. It's not kickbacks.
No, it's not kickbacks.
It is FCE.
Right.
Voilà. Now, they are part of the contract that is signed by the state. This contract signed by the state becomes a definite contract. So now, when you come and stop something in it, one or two of the intervenants saying, I stop it because it is a kickback helping whatever, without any proof, without nothing. You are really abusing the contract. You are stopping the contract in effect.
But what you're saying is not that he did not only this.
He said this to justify something which is called introduce other companies that had nothing to do with the contract, 2 companies, that took all the money that was stopped, and instead of stopping it and returning it back to the country like Saudi Arabia, he put it in other companies Two, without any contract,
So you're
without any role.
And Jacques Chirac, you're telling it's him.
Okay,
he stole money,
me.
basically.
I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Whoever stole money is one of four. One of four. One, the head of the state, that is the head of the company that made the checks. Software. So it must be Jacques Chirac. He has the power. But usually in France, he acts through his Secretary General of the Élysée, according to the law, whoever. Whoever gave the order is the responsible of the stop, is responsible of the destination, is responsible of picking up what is destined. So you have this, Chirac, Villepin. Why Villepin? He was Secretary General and he said it, he declared that he stopped it and so on and so forth. It's enough that he declared it so many times. This time he cannot become again an actor and really act like he is in Hollywood. He has to go to the justice and explain. The third is the Minister of Defense. These are hierarchically the givers of orders in the chain until you get to the head of the company that signed the check.
Okay, I see. And in a few words, do you hope the judges will look into this?
I gave the possibility, look at him, I gave the possibility to the judges to do that. All the documents are in the hands of justice since November 9, 2011, and the justice has not done anything yet. So I'm going to do it on my own.
Okay, Ziad Taqiyouddin, I have to stop you there. Thank you very much for those intriguing comments on the shadowy world of arms sale. Thank you for watching this interview here on France 24.